Now, if you're dating a Taurus and you want to keep him, here are 5 things that you shouldn't do. Now, Taurus men, they're pretty easy to figure out. Of course, there's exceptions to the rule, but your average Taurus man is very much thinking in terms of black and white. So it either is this or it isn't. So you got to be very clear with them and let them know that, you do have what it takes to be their girlfriend. So the first thing that you should not do is start asking him for a lot of stuff, especially stuff that you want as opposed to what you need. Now, Taurus rules money. So money can be a touchy subject for Taurus men. And if you're asking for a lot of things that you want, they might quickly write you off as a gold digger. Because again, Taurus men, they very much think in black and white. So instead of asking for things that you want, ask for things that you need, and he'll probably get it for you, especially if it benefits him. When it comes to things you want, it's better to give hints rather than asking for them outright. Also, you want to be careful if you make more money than they do, because again, money can be a touchy subject for Taurus. And for a Taurus man, his money and what he has is very much tied to his self-esteem and sense of self-worth. So if you're making more money than he is, that already can be a blow to his ego. So you want to be careful with that. You don't want to, talk about, oh, I just got a promotion and now I'm making 6 figures when he's only making 40,000 a year. Some of that you need to just keep to yourself. Number 2, damaged goods. So you don't want to come across as damaged goods. You actually want to come across as if you are as pure as the driven snow. Basically, you want to come across like the Virgin Mary, because a lot of Taurus men, they can't handle the fact that you've been with other men. You don't want to reveal your body count because they can't handle it. They might pretend like they can, but trust and believe they're going to be thinking about that for the rest of the day and maybe even the rest of the relationship. And when the situation goes sour, when the relationship gets rocky, don't be surprised if he brings up your body count and he calls you a slut and a whore and all that stuff. So you really want to keep that to yourself, and never, never, never tell a Taurus man that you're dating other men while you're dating him. Even if you are, keep that to yourself, because again, they can't handle it. Taurus men can be very possessive. So they're going to start becoming possessive quite early on, even if the two of you aren't in a committed relationship just yet. Also, if you have memories, good memories especially, that involve any man, that could be an ex-boyfriend, an ex-husband, a co-worker, hell, even your male cousin, you might as well just keep those memories to yourself, because again, he's going to be thinking that there was some type of romantic situation going on. Also, don't ever tell him that you have male friends either. So if you can't handle these first 2 caveats dealing with Taurus, then you already know Taurus men are not for you. Number 3, rushing him. Now, Taurus is a sign that is known to move rather slowly, and they could take a while before they feel comfortable with being in a full-on commitment with you. So they could really be digging you, but if you start rushing him into a commitment, or if you start saying, well, what are we? What are we doing? I feel like we're just going around in circles and I need this situation to be defined, he might start pulling back. Now, one way you could tell that he is moving closer to you is if he starts leaving things at your house. Then you'll know, oh, he's starting to get attached to me. He's starting to really feel comfortable with me. He's starting to get closer to me. But even with that, you still don't want to rush him. Now, with all that being said, because Taurus men can move so slowly, You need to adjust your speed and move slowly as well. So that can mean don't give up the coochie too quickly, or don't give it up too often. Or you might want to reserve some of the wifely duties for an actual relationship or a marriage, such as giving him head or cooking for him. That whole saying, why buy the cow if you could get the milk for free? A Taurus must have written that. So don't rush him, but also don't give him too much too soon. Make him earn it. Taurus is very much about earning things. So they understand that language. Number 4, drama. Do not be a drama queen if you're trying to keep a Taurus man. Taurus men hate drama. Don't be unstable, don't be unreliable, and don't be too busy for him. And also don't play games with him like not responding to his text in an appropriate time frame because you're trying to gain some leverage. Taurus men aren't about playing games. And also don't change up your look drastically. Like if you have long flowing hair and you decide one day to cut it short, don't be surprised if he's turned off. Makes me think of that movie Breaking the Rules with Gabrielle Union, Morris Chestnut, and Jamie Foxx. Morris Chestnut was playing a Taurus in that movie, in my opinion. And he freaked out when Gabrielle Union's character, the woman he was dating, decided to cut her hair short. And he totally got turned off and he wanted to break up with her over that. But that's some Taurus shit right there. So try to remain stable, at least in the beginning, while the two of you are getting to know each other and while y'all are basically setting things up for a long-term commitment. Number 5, looking tore up. So don't ever let a Taurus man catch you looking ugly, disheveled, smelling funky. I mean, Taurus men are very much about the 5 senses, and Taurus men can be rather superficial. So looks are everything. Keeping up with appearances is everything. Even if he happens to get you pregnant, God forbid, but even if he gets you pregnant, you always want to look your best. If you don't, Taurus men will start looking for a better tended garden. So always look presentable, always look your best. And again, if you're not that type of person that can fit the bill when it comes to these 5 tips, then you should know that Taurus is not for you. So again, Taurus men, they're pretty easy to figure out. If you stick to these 5 rules or these 5 caveats, if you heed them, you should do okay with a Taurus. You should be able to keep them. So if you would like a reading, you could go to my website. The link is in the description section. Also consider signing up for my Patreon account because I provide some insight into current transits and also some just little gems that I be dropping and all that good stuff. So yeah, stay tuned for more of these short videos where I'm giving you tips on dating. Peace.